God's Son is guiltless. This is a golden moment in the Course of Miracles. This is from the Manual for Teachers Who Are God's Teachers. Paragraph 3. There is a course for every teacher of God. The form of the course varies greatly. So do the particular teaching aids involved, but the content of the course never changes. Its central theme is always, God's Son is guiltless, and in his innocence is his salvation. It can be taught by actions or thoughts, in words or soundlessly, in any language or no language, in any place or time or manner. It does not matter who the teacher was before he heard the call. He has become a savior by his answering. He has seen someone else as himself. He has therefore found his own salvation and the salvation of the world. In his rebirth is the world reborn. What I wanted to focus on is this idea, this God's Son is guiltless, and in his innocence is his salvation. God's Son is guiltless. This is like central, again, if you had to put the course into one sentence, that would be it, God's Son. That could be one way of putting the whole course in one sentence. God's Son is guiltless, and in his innocence is his salvation. God's Son is guiltless. There is no sin. There is no guilt. God has never judged because God really has never done anything, according to the Course, the metaphysics of the Course. And therefore, God does not judge or need to forgive anyone for anything. There's no sin. There is only love. And because we were created by God, we also are only love. And that means that we are completely guiltless in reality. That is our true reality. That is our true nature. That is our true self, is without sin. And it doesn't even make sense to say that in reality. There are no words anymore. It's just you are the love. And the golden moment that I was doing yesterday was, heaven is here. There is no other time. Heaven is now. There is no other place. And that means if we are guiltless in reality, if we are only love in reality, in ultimate reality, then we are still that right now. And it's like, if you are only love in reality, then why not act your shoe size? I mean, you're not act your shoe size, but act your real size, which is, your glorious nature, which is a being of loving presence. And if you are that being of loving presence, then you can be that now. You don't have to wait for, some glorious heavenly return to heaven in some far off, when you die, or in some far off realm of being, but rather heaven is here, heaven is now. And God's Son is guiltless right now. That means to see all of your brothers in that light. And in doing that, you see yourself in that light as well. And that means everyone. No exceptions, no compromise. That's what this course is. No exceptions, no compromise. Truth is truth, and only truth is true. The ego is the idea of separation, and it represents the denial of truth. So anytime that we accept separation on any level, we are denying truth. And what we want to do, as Jesus says in the text, is we want to deny the denial of truth, which is the ego. And the ego wants us to believe, because it wants to keep the separation going. It wants us to believe that we are guilty, that we should be ashamed, we should feel unworthy, we should feel horrible, we should feel like there's something really wrong with us, something we're awful. Name it, give it any negative word that you can think of. That's the ego, right? And it wants to do that to everyone else, and it wants us, we might feel a little better by pushing the blame off onto someone else, projecting onto someone else. But what that does is that just reinforces it within ourselves. So we want to see our brother as we want to be seen, which is without any guilt, without any shame, without any unworthiness whatsoever. That we are and have always been the loving being that we really are. So anyway, hope this was helpful, and keep the faith, keep on shining, and we'll see you again very soon. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.